Hey, Zach Crawford here, and in this affiliate marketing tutorial, I'm going to walk you through step by step and show you exactly how to create a $10,000 per month business with affiliate marketing. Now, these are the exact steps I would take if I was starting all over from scratch. At this point in time, I've made well over $10,000 per month for years now, and I've went through the struggles, I've went through the hurdles, and this is what I would do to get to $10,000 per month, $50,000 per month, or well beyond. What I'm teaching you right here, I believe it's very easy, honestly, to get to $1,000 per day with just one product if you actually focus on building it consistently. So here's what we're going to cover. Number one, you got to pick a profitable niche. Like if you go into the wrong niche, something that, maybe as a hobby, but it's not very profitable, it's going to be very, very hard to scale. The second thing we're going to talk about is what offer to promote, right? So that's another key thing. You got to focus on promoting the right products because otherwise it's going to be hard to make $10,000 a month or go well beyond that. The other thing we're going to talk about is how to create content and how to get traffic, because that's one of the most important things. You got to build trust, you got to build value, and then you actually sell something. A lot of people get this wrong. They're trying to sell, and people don't trust them. Then finally, I'm going to talk about how to put all the pieces together. Like how do you go from creating the content, getting the audience, and then getting them to purchase something, and that way it's just a repeating cycle that keeps growing. Now, before we jump in, before I actually switch over to my computer screen, I want to give you a chance to win one of my $1,000 courses completely for free. All you need to do is go below, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos, and finally comment on one of my videos on the channel daily for a new chance to win. All right, welcome back. So in this affiliate marketing tutorial, we're basically going to go through step by step what my process is, as I talked about before. I'm going to break down everything that I would do personally, and this is the same process I use in every single niche I've gone into. Now, keep in mind, I've literally built over 200 websites in my career. I've been in just about every single niche you can think of, and this is the exact process I would use. No matter if it's make money online, it's weight loss, it's dating and relationships, it's dogs, it would be the same process. And I want to kind of bring you inside of my head so you can see how I think, and that way you can figure out how you can actually apply this to your own business or how you can apply it to get started yourself. Now, the first thing is we need to pick a profitable niche. So my favorite niches are health, wealth, and hobby niches. And the reason being is people are irrationally passionate and they spend money over and over and over again. If you're trying to get into a niche, ideally you want to get into something where people are very emotional. They don't buy based on logic. They buy based because they want it. So a perfect example, I was looking around here, but I don't have any of my spare cameras sitting on the desk. They're all over there. Is photography, right? Like photography is a hobby niche. It's something that people don't justify. The camera I'm filming on right now, between the lens and the camera, it's about $4,000. That's not including the other lenses that are sitting off over to the side. And then I got my other cameras and all their lenses. So do I really need those? The answer is no, I don't really need them. And so at the end of the day, when people care about something like a hobby, they're going to buy tons of stuff. My mom's into quilting, right? She literally buys fabric. She buys sewing machines. She goes to events. She goes to buy books. I mean, everything you can think of, and it's because she loves it. So when somebody loves something or they're really passionate about something, they're going to keep buying. Same thing for make money online. When somebody has that itch to figure out how to make money online, they're going to keep buying products and they're going to keep trying things. And they'll do this for years and years until they either, one, figure out how to do it, and then they're going to keep buying more stuff because they want to get better like me, or two, they're just going to exhaust themselves to just all right, I give up. Same thing for weight loss. The weight loss industry is exactly the same. People buy machines, they buy gym memberships, they get personal training, they buy protein powders and supplements. It's something that they just keep buying because of the fact that either they're passionate about it or they're trying to solve a problem. Now, if you need help picking a niche, right, I'm going to link to a playlist at the bottom in the description, basically, that goes over how to pick a profitable niche. I don't want to go, too deep into this because it will stretch the video even longer than we need to go. So there's videos in there if you need help doing that. Now, the niche that I'm going to use is weight loss for men over 30. And the reason being is I'm 32. I've struggled with weight problem in the past. As you can see, these are both pictures of me. In my 20s, I was ripped. But the difference then is I was able to eat pizza and keep a six-pack. It was easy. I didn't even have to try. I didn't do anything remotely close to a diet. When I got about, not even 30, I think around probably 27, 28, my health just went to hell. I developed man boobs, I got the love handles, and it was because of the fact that I was spending all my time building a business and I completely neglected my health. And what also happens is as you get closer to that 30 range, your metabolism slows up. It sucks. And so as you can see now, you can probably see I'm not the fat person anymore, but I got pretty heavy. This isn't even at my peak. I got even bigger than that. When I was really big though, I didn't want to take any pictures with my shirt off because I was so disgusted. This was probably at the point that I was disgusted, but I wanted to take a picture to document my progress. As you can see, I had the moobs going on. I don't look very happy in that picture, and I hated myself. So what I would do is personally, since I would want to go into the weight loss niche, I would go into the niche, and I don't consider myself an expert by any means. What I'm going to teach you in this is I want you to understand you don't need to be an expert. Like, you can go into anything. I don't even care if it's make money online. You don't need anybody's permission to go into a niche. You document your progress. You share the things you're learning, and then that's how you become an expert. My favorite story is from Russell Brunson in his book Expert Secrets, and it's about the movie Catch Me If You Can, and the character in it is Frank, and basically he's a criminal. He's running from the FBI, and at one point he ends up getting up in front of a college class because the professor didn't show up, and he starts teaching the class. And later, when the FBI actually catches him, they said, "Hey Frank, how did you manage to teach this college class?" And he goes, "It was simple. I was just one step ahead in the book. That was it." And that's the whole point, right? You only need to be one step ahead of the people that you're helping. And a lot of times, example like this, if I was going in and let's just say I was still that fat person and I wanted to document my process because I knew I wanted to be in the fitness niche, for example, people would follow me for my journey. And a lot of times people will connect with you emotionally because of the fact you're on the same journey they are. If you go, I'm trying to think of the name of it. If you go to YouTube and type in obese to beast, like beast, like you're a beast. The guy started out obese. He was massively overweight, right? And the guy's got something like 550,000 YouTube subscribers. He's making a killing from AdSense earnings, recommending affiliate products. I think now he might even have his own digital product. I mean, he literally documented his process from being completely miserable, being obese and overweight, and to the point he's at now where he's happy, feels good about himself. He has all these other people that are obese that are following him because he went through the journey. He become the person, the hero that they wanted to become. So my point here is to realize it doesn't matter what niche you want to go into. I get people caught up on this all the time when I talk to them. Like, I can't go into make money online because I don't know how to make money online. I can't go into fitness because I'm not shredded and I'm not an expert. You become the expert. You become the expert with experience. You never lie. You never make up things. What you do is you share and document your progress of what you're doing along the way. All right, so step number 2 is really to think of the vision of your business, the vision of where you want to go. This is something I always teach all the time. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out with affiliate marketing. You want to think about where you could possibly be, a year from now, 3 years from now. A lot of times people underestimate how much they can achieve over that time frame. So even though I'd be starting out with affiliate products, right, I would want to think about possibly, in the future of creating my own products. Maybe that's clothing, maybe it's supplements, maybe, it's my own weight loss offer of how I do the program myself. So even if maybe, for example, I'm into intermittent fasting, that's how I got in shape, that's how I lost the man boobs. Maybe in the beginning I started with somebody else's product, but eventually, you know what, I know enough about it. I've done the research. I've went through the struggles. I've learned how to diet. I've learned the right foods to eat, the wrong foods to, I should stay away from. I can create my own product because I would have an audience, and maybe at that point I would want to create my own product myself. Now in the beginning, I wouldn't really want to start with all that. It requires a lot more work, things like setting up a membership site, knowing copywriting, being good at sales and persuasion. But possibly once I develop those skills, it might be where I want to go in the future. So I want you to realize the steps that I'm showing you here in this actual step 2, not all these things are necessary, but I'm trying to get you inside of my head so you know how I think, because I never think about short-term ways of doing things. I don't think about how can I make money, and that's all I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about where I can go in the future with this business that I'm creating. So the first thing I would do is I would build a YouTube channel and a blog around weight loss for men over 30, right? I would want to focus on those core group of people. And here's the reason. A lot of times people are trying to market to everybody. For example, they were, selling weight loss, right? They wanted to promote a specific ebook or a specific course. They would think anybody and everybody is their target demographic, and it's just not true, right? Understand, guys that are in their, let's say 20s, kind of like I showed you there, they have different mindsets. They think different. They're not in the same mindset, the same points of life. They probably don't even struggle with the problem of slow metabolism like what I do, right? Now, if I look at a freaking pizza, I gain weight. I guarantee you somebody who's 20 years old doesn't have that problem. I know I didn't. So what I'm trying to say is you want to focus on one core group of customer. Realize we're dealing with the internet here, so there's millions upon millions of people, and a lot of people are worried, if I just slim down my message to a specific group of people, I'm going to miss a bunch of people, and it's actually just the opposite. When you try to market to everybody, you're marketing no one. Now, What I probably would also do, and remember, this isn't like a step that's necessary that you have to do, but it's a step that I personally like to do, and I would create a free Facebook community where I can connect with those people on a deeper level. I can build the relationship, I can survey them, I can ask them questions. This is going to help me figure out like better what kind of content to create, what kind of products I should be promoting. I may pick out a product that I think is really great, but they're not really into it. So that would cost me money, right? If I figure out, what they really like and what they want, it's going to be much easier to market to them. Now, as I just mentioned, I would survey these people just because of the fact that like when you ask them what they want, they're going to tell you. It makes it much easier than having to play the guessing game. Now, the fourth thing I would do is provide lots of value with my free videos, my blog posts, and possibly live streams. Now, personally, I love live streams. I've talked about this in a couple of videos back. Like inside of Facebook groups, one of the best ways to connect with your audience is live streams, hands down. I did a live stream and made $40,000 in a little over 24 hours. So that shows you the possibilities, right? But I realized in the beginning, some people don't even want to get on video. So that's why I put also both, video and blog posts. You can choose whichever one you want. Highly suggest you get into video. Just get over the fear, use your cell phone. You don't even need the fancy camera equipment that I use. When I first started, I started with my cell phone. Now, what I would do also is I'd create lots of videos on YouTube reviewing products and linking to my affiliate link. So I would do product reviews, the supplements I'm using, if I used like a lifting belt, if I used, workout gloves, anything that I was personally using in my journey, I would create a video on it. Now, I'd also do lots of videos based on value to grow my audience. So you heard me talk about at the beginning how people mess up and they're only focused on selling things, right? And so for me, I'm always at the opposite end when I do things. I'm thinking about how can I help you first before I ask for money. When you do this, people trust you, they like you, they start to become to know you, and then they're going to actually take your recommendations for products you want to sell. If you're just trying to sell, and you make your whole YouTube channel, your whole blog about product reviews, it's going to be kind of obvious that all you're trying to do is get money from them, and you're going to probably do less than what you possibly could if you focused on adding value first. Now, another thing I would do is, and this is not something you have to do, keep in mind, like you literally could build a six-figure business with just a YouTube channel. But personally, I'm like I said, I think long-term, this is the procedure that I personally use. It's something I suggest, but it's not necessary. I'd also have every video I do transcribed and put on my blog so I can get additional Google traffic. Like I like both Google and YouTube, and the reason being is it's like using a sniper rifle. Literally, it's laser targeted. So I don't care if people find me from Google or they find me from YouTube, as long as they're typing things in that's very specific and I'm putting that right piece of content in front of them, I want to be there because those are people that I can turn into customers. Now, the final step, and this is something that, I really suggest that you start with it from the beginning, but if you're the kind of person that needs to prove that like the business model works, then you don't got to do this step right away. But I can tell you that if I would go back and start all over, I would start building an email list first. And here's why. When I first started, I just started basically linking out on my blogs. Like I said, I created 200 plus websites. And unfortunately, I didn't learn this probably until I got to like website number 150. So like right now, I shoot myself in the foot thinking about it, how much money I lost. Most people will not buy from you right away, and that's why you want to collect the email, because you can consistently follow up with them, you can strengthen that relationship, and you can market additional products from them. I've shared this in other videos, how I've literally had people on my email list for 6 months that never bought a thing, and then they went straight to a $10,000 product. So if I didn't collect that email, it's like burning money, right? So I would suggest to build an email list out of the gate, but if you are the kind of person who just wants to test the waters first, you can just create content linked to affiliate links, but realize you also are losing money by not building that list. So these are the 8 things I would really focus on. Keep in mind, not every single one of them are necessary, but the main thing is creating content to build your audience, obviously picking the niche because you can't create content if you don't know what the niche is, and then of course linking out to your affiliate products. But these other steps are things that I would personally do. Remember, I'm trying to get you inside of my head so you see how I would build a reliable business. All right, so the third step is define products to promote. So I'm going to show you a couple different networks you can look at. Now, I'm showing you some specific networks, obviously, for this example, but I'm going to show you like how you find affiliate programs like private networks. So the main ones that are out there are like ClickBank, Amazon Associates, CJ.com, which stands for Commission Junction, OfferVault. OfferVault is more of like a CPA network. It stands for like cost per action. So an example is like if you recommended DirecTV and somebody signed up for the satellite, then once they signed up and purchased, you'd get paid. So it's kind of like affiliate marketing, but slightly different. And then of course, private networks. Now, personally, my favorite usually are private networks. I don't really use a whole lot of ClickBank anymore. a little bit of Amazon Associates, and then 𝐷.com is like for specific niches. But for this specific niche, these are the ones I would really go for. For me personally, for my businesses, I use a lot of private networks, which I'll show you that. The specific ones I would use for this actual model would be ClickBank, 𝐷.com, and bodybuilding.com, and then I'd also try to find private networks if I could. Now, what I usually like to do is I like to focus on 1 to 2 products to promote. And the reason being is, like I said, you can make a 6-figure income from one product. You don't need 50. But I would also try to search for additional products. And the reason being is, in the future, it might be that I want to make different videos or different content around things I'm using. This could be stuff like workout gloves, lifting straps, lifting belt, gym bag, fitness clothing, a digital product about intermittent fasting. Maybe it's one that I actually use myself to get the results. So what I'm going to do, take you over really quick and show you a couple of the places of where I would find affiliate programs. So number one, because of this niche, would be bodybuilding.com. And the reason being is I can promote all the supplements. Now, you're going to see, like, when you start looking up like private affiliate programs, a lot of times you're not going to see at the top of this screen, like you see store articles, workout plans, you're not going to actually see the affiliate thing. You got to look for it. So like if I scroll to the bottom of the screen here, let's see, it's got to be around here. Yeah, okay, so the very bottom where it says affiliates, you could click right here and go to affiliates, and then you can go through and read how their affiliate program works, how you get paid, and all the terms and how to apply. Now, let's say, I'm just going to go to Google really quick, and let's say like I wanted to find, like weight loss affiliate programs. I mean, like whatever your niche is, that's all you do. You just type in some keywords and then affiliate program, and you're literally going to find tons of them. This is how you find the private affiliate programs. And personally, I really generally like private affiliate programs just for the fact that they usually pay out more. Things like Amazon Associates, it's very little. It's like 4% commission. So I don't really use a lot of Amazon like a lot of people recommend. ClickBank.com, this is going to really be more for digital products. Now, I'm going to use the example of Organifi later, and it's just because it's a supplement that I actually take. It's something I know, so it's very easy to search keywords for it. But you can actually even find Organifi on ClickBank. So they do have some physical products, but this is more of a digital products database. Now, I want you to keep in mind really quick that some of these affiliate programs, they're going to require you to have a website. This is why, like I tell everybody, even though a lot of people want to do affiliate marketing without a website, it's not really smart. Even if you didn't want to use the website that much, you just want to set up a website. It costs less than $100 literally to set it up. You want to set it up so you can get approved for these really good affiliate networks, because it's a standard. It literally is just a standard these days, and a lot of them are not going to take you seriously if not. The only other way that you may be able to get approved is if you have several videos on your YouTube channel and they can at least see you're creating content. That's how you're going to do it. Or maybe you have an Instagram following, you're building out Instagram. You just got to prove to them that you have a legit way that you're going to build a business. So for me, a website is probably the easiest way to do that. The next one is CJ.com. So I like commissionjunction.com, and the reason being is anything, especially like with physical products. Now, they do have some digital products on this database, but like when you're getting into niches outside of stuff like make money online, like CJ.com is one of the best places to find private networks. A lot of the private networks actually go to CJ.com, especially for physical products. They do have digital products too, but it's a great network to find products on. So that is what I would do. I would find, the basic products that I'm going to promote. I like to pick out 1 or 2 or 3. Possibly, we're going to use Organifi for this example. Now, Organifi is on clickbank.com. We're not going to dive through how to get our affiliate links and all that stuff, because that could, it's pretty simple. Once you sign up for the actual affiliate program you're using, you literally click get my affiliate link, and that's it. You use that link that you link out to. So these are the programs I would do. I would go and sign up for those if I was in the weight loss industry. Obviously, keep in mind what you're doing. You may have to search around for a few different places. Digital products, ClickBank; physical products, CJ.com. For anything else, you can pretty much find everything on Amazon.com, and then, of course, if you want to do private networks, you search for it. All right, so step number 4 is to set up your YouTube channel or your blog, whichever one you're going to do, and then plan out your content calendar. So what I mean by content calendar is basically planning out my content ahead of time. And the reason I do this is because if I don't actually do my research on what content I'm going to create ahead of time, I don't plan it out in detail, like what piece of content I'll do each day, I can tell you personally, I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to go watch Netflix. I'm going to surf the internet and do other things I want to do. Everything but income producing activities. I'm going to focus on everything but actually doing what I need to build my business. So what I would do first is I'd plan out the content I'm going to create. There's 2 different types of content that I focus on. Number 1 is creating content that is value-based. Now, A lot of people are going to do this. They're going to go out and create review types of content, which we'll talk about in a minute. That's product reviews where you're reviewing a product and then you're basically linking out to your affiliate product. And that's great and all. But if you want to build a reliable business, something that will make not only $10,000 a month, but it'll make $10,000 a month every single month and not just like a little bit of money and then you're starting all over again, this is what I would do from scratch. Remember, I'm trying to take you through the process of what I would do and not just quick wins. Because a lot of the stuff people teach that I've seen on YouTube, it's very short term. It's very short term thinking. It's very short term money. And it's not a business that's going to last. So what I would do is I would create value-based content. This would be things like how to do intermittent fasting benefits, intermittent fasting meal plans. So talking about the types of meals that I eat. This would generate me an initial audience. So here's why I do the value-based content first and not last. You want to create that value-based content first because these kind of generic searches that people are looking for, these are people that are closely related to the products you're trying to sell. If you're just focusing on only review products, understand this. When you're fighting for the actual product reviews, that's what 99% of affiliates do. They're lazy. They don't want to add value. They don't care about helping anybody. They just want to make money. And that's also the most competitive keywords to go after. So if you actually generate an audience first with your value-based content, then you actually create the product reviews, guess what? Now you have an audience that already likes you and trusts you and then are open to hearing from you to look at your products compared to you just trying to create product reviews of people that don't know you and they're just searching for the product. Now, I do both. I create product reviews, but I like to focus on the value-based content, about 80% and 20% content reviews, or the product reviews, because of the fact that I'm generating an audience first, which is going to trust me to buy things 10 times easier than people that don't know me that are just typing things in. Now, the second type of products are, of course, product reviews. This would be things like Organifi Review, Organifi Green Juice, Organifi Gold, Organifi Red Juice Review, Muscle Farm Protein Review. These are all different supplements and stuff. Like Muscle Farm, that's something that I use. It's a protein powder. And so basically everything that I would use, like on my journey, remember I'm documenting. I'm going from like I'm fat and I'm documenting what I'm doing and the things I'm doing, and then I'm just linking to it. So these would be things that I actually use. So here's how I find content. Now you can see like right now, I already got Organifi Green Juice, and that's just something I typed in, but here's how I'd find like the product reviews and ideas for what topics to create. So I'd type in Organifi. So you see like right here, it pops down, Organifi Green Juice, Organifi Green Juice Review, Organifi Red Juice, Organifi Red Juice Review, Organifi Protein Powder, Organifi Complete Protein, Organifi Gold, you see so on. So every single one of these topics are pretty much, for the most part, videos I'd want to shoot. And how I would find, like, for instance, okay, if I was like, well, what kind of content do I create? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to do the hard work of figuring out what to say. I'm going to find other people that do it right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and I'm literally going to go to these different videos, and I'm going to find the top 4 or 5 videos, and I'm going to watch the videos. Like, for instance, I'm probably going to watch this one. It's got 29,000 views. That one's got 74,000 views, 10,000. See if we can find a better one with more views than that. Okay, it looks like that's about it. So I'm basically going to find the top views videos that are very popular, and I'm going to look at what they're doing. I'm going to note down what I like that they said, that they don't like. I'm going to look at the comments to see what people ask, because that gives me ideas of how to make my content better. And I'm literally just going to make my own version of that video. Then if I wanted to do, let's just say, Organifi Red Juice Review. Now, obviously, I wouldn't want to create this video if I haven't tried Organifi Red. It would kind of be dishonest. People do it. It's up to you. It's based on your ethics. Personally, I like to really that's why I focus on 1 to 2 products or 3 products, is because I only sell stuff that I use. It makes it so much easier to sell something when you have conviction about it. A perfect example right now for me is ClickFunnels. It's a tool I use every single day. My whole business is built on it, so it's pretty easy for me to recommend it. Now, if I would go and say promote lead pages, something that I used to use in the past that I don't really like anymore because it's an inferior product, but I wanted to get the commission, do you see how that would be not so ethical, because I know that it's not as good and I'm not using it, but I just want to get a commission? It's so much easier to have conviction in something you believe in than just trying to sell something just to get an actual sell. So my suggestion, whatever you actually sell as well, to focus on actually buying it and using it, whether that's a digital product or a physical product. This is why I focus on a lot of that content that's value-based, that's closely related, because those types of content, it's very easy to create. I'm not selling anything. I'm just creating value to build my audience. And then I focus on selling 2 to 3 different products that I believe in over and over and over again. And eventually what happens is, because I keep mentioning that product, people are like, I need to get that. Zach believes in it. So that's how I find like the products that I'm trying to sell, right? Once I've selected a product, say on ClickBank or CJ.com or bodybuilding.com, then I obviously order it so I can use it myself, and then I try to find other videos that people are doing. Now, here's how I find, products or actual videos for like the generic stuff, the value-based. Now, I'm gonna bring this, I'll get him in a minute. I'm gonna do weight loss. So I'd start playing around with like, keywords, right? Like weight loss. And then I would find some channels I like and open up these channels. Now I'm going to use intermittent fasting since that's like what I actually use personally to lose weight. And I'm going to find like channels that are really popular. Now I'm going to try to find the guy that I follow, that I learned this guy is very knowledgeable in intermittent fasting, and so is him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find people that are in the niche that I'm doing. You see this person has 385,000 views, and then this one right here has 722,000 views. Now, how I'm going to find topics to create for my value-based content is I'm going to go to videos, and then I'm going to go to sort by and most popular. Now, literally, all my content is right here, right? I don't got to guess. These all have massive views, and I'm going to go through and find these topics that they're doing, and I'm going to create my own version of it. I'm going to do research. So, for instance, right here, he's got ketogenic diet versus low carb. So let's just see if other people have done this. Ketogenic diet versus low carb. And then I find other people that have done the same videos, right? And I go through 4 or 5 videos, same process as the product review videos, and I make my own version of it. And then I go to the next video, and then I do the research again, find other people that have used it, and then I do it again, and again, and again. And what's going to happen is over time, my audience is going to get bigger. I got more people to push to those product review videos and more people to actually purchase the product I'm recommending. All right, so step number 5 is pretty simple. It's basically creating the content and optimizing it to be found. So once you've actually figured out what content to create, shoot it. Pretty simple, right? Now, once you're going to actually upload it, here's the things to keep in mind. So you want to put the keyword in the title. So if we're using intermittent fasting, that intermittent fasting keyword needs to be in the title, some kind of variation of it. I'm going to show you in a minute how I find out what titles to do myself. You want to write a relevant description. Now, not everybody does this, but what's great about writing the description is because it also gives you a chance to show up in Google if you're doing videos. Now, obviously, if you're doing a blog post, you definitely want to do it. I'm going to show you a blog post example here in a minute as well. And then, of course, if you're doing YouTube, you want to create a good actual thumbnail because a thumbnail makes a difference if people want to click the video. Now, people always ask me, like, Zach, how do you create your thumbnails? And I don't create them myself. I actually have somebody, I pay them to do it. But in the early stages, I don't suggest doing this. Just go to canva.com. It's canva.com. It's free to use, and it's literally like drag and drop friendly. You can make thumbnails yourself. So here's how we would do it, right? Let's go back to, let me see if I can go back to Thomas's channel. Right here. I'm going to go to Thomas's channel. And let's say, for instance, I wanted to do, let's see here, what the keto diet does to your brain. Trying to find a video, intermittent fasting. All right, so we'll just go and type in intermittent fasting. All right, so if that was our keyword, we're doing intermittent fasting, right? We want to literally look at like some of the top videos. This one's got 427,000. That one's got 4 million. So yeah, I'd probably want to open up this video right here and look at it. Now, what I want to touch on really quick, if you notice like right here, I have where it says like it shows the search volume, competition, and then overall basically very bad, meaning my chances of ranking for it is very bad. This is a tool called TubeBuddy. It's free. You know, if you just go type in TubeBuddy in Google, you can download it. Now, they have a paid version like what I use, but the free version will teach you everything. And you notice it also shows like relevant searches. These are the tags and things we want to use in our video. So if we go like right here, let me actually close the video. Now, let me refresh it so that way it'll show up.
Hey guys, Dr.
There we go. Now it's loading. So this is TubeBuddy. You can see like right here, I can see the basic stuff. It's got 20,000 likes on Facebook. You know, the channel's total volume is 209 million. So this channel gets a lot of juice, right? It gets a lot of traffic. So these are the tags that you would want to use. These are the different variations of your keywords. You notice like right here, he has the title, how to do intermittent fasting for serious weight loss. What I like to do is go right here and look at some of the titles that really grab my attention. So this one is very good, how to do intermittent fasting for serious weight loss. If somebody's trying to lose weight, it speaks right to them, right? So I get a variation of my title from looking at the top 2 to 3. A lot of times I would suggest pretty much just copy the title somebody else uses. Now, if we go back to this video right here, you notice if I click show search rankings, I can see he's ranking number 2 for intermittent fasting. 2 for intermittent, and number 1 for how to do intermittent fasting for serious weight loss. And then of course, wow, number 8 for fast weight loss. So what I would do is I would copy these tags, several of them, and what I like to do generally is look at 2 or 3 videos and find several actual tags that are very relevant to my video. So if I'm doing intermittent fasting, I'm gonna probably use most of these actually right here, intermittent fasting before and after. Well, I probably wouldn't use that if I didn't have before and after pictures. But intermittent fasting results, anything that's closely related to my video, I want to use those in the tags when you upload the video. Now, another thing that you want to do, let's say that the title is going to be intermittent fasting, right? And that's the actual video topic. When I actually download the video to my computer after I've shot it, I want to change it from let's just say it's p10.mov or .mp4. I want to change that file to intermittentfasting.mp4. Hopefully that makes sense, but you want to make sure that you name the actual video, the name of the keyword before you upload it to YouTube. Once you upload it to YouTube, you're going to put your title, you're going to put a description. And how I usually get the description, I like to look and see if somebody else has typed stuff in. So you notice right here, he's got some basic information, and I guarantee you he's probably got some keywords. Yeah, as he's got this longer description, he's probably got some basic keywords, and the keywords are the tags that he's using. And you'll see when you upload your YouTube video, there's a section for the tags, and that's where you want to actually put the tags. But when you write your description, you also want to put some relevant keywords inside of that description as well. Now, I want to show you finally, if you're doing a blog post, how you would do that as well. So, of course, if you're blogging and you don't want to do video, now personally what I would do, as I said, you don't got to do all the steps, but this is me. I would upload my video and then I would transcribe that video and make it optimized for Google. So you see right here, this is a topic, best green juice powders review. Now, it's not specifically on Organifi, so if I was creating an Organifi review, this would be a value-based post that's closely related because people are looking for green juice powder. And here's basically where I can recommend it. Now you see they're recommending Organifi, Athletic Greens, and then the Super Greens veggies. And then basically they have content that goes through and basically talks about the pros and cons of everything. So realize you can do this with both a blog or you can do it with a YouTube. But those are the things that matter. You want to make sure you have a title with the keyword in it. You want to make sure that you have tags that are very related to the videos. And then, of course, you want to make sure you have a relevant description. All right, so the 6th and final step is simply just to link out in the description. So if you're doing YouTube, basically you want to link to your affiliate link when you're actually reviewing products. If you're doing, blogging, just like I showed you a minute ago, you want to link to the actual products inside of, the blog post. That's how you're going to actually get people to buy because you're giving value first, you're explaining the pros, the cons, and everything in between, and then you link to your affiliate link. Now, the last thing I want to touch on, and this is what I talked about before, it's not necessary in the beginning if you just want to get started, but I do highly recommend it. Eventually, you want to create an email list. You want to give away something like an ebook or maybe a free training to collect emails. And then what you do is you walk people through a process, which is called a sales funnel, to sell the product you want to do. By just doing this extra step, by building that email list and creating a sales funnel, it's something you literally could do in a weekend. It's going to 10x your revenue. It's literally going to make you way more money. I explained earlier in the video, I've had people that have been on my list for 6 months, not bought a single thing, and then bought a $10,000 product. And the reason being is not everybody buys right away. And so if all you're doing is just creating videos and reviewing products, but you're not collecting the emails, those people are going to go off and they're probably going to forget about you. If you have your email, you can keep bringing them back to your new videos, which you can link to more affiliate products. You can just sell right to them from in the email list, and it's literally going to create passive income because of the fact that you own that email list. You can keep marketing to them month after month, creating reliable income. So with that being said, that's all I got for you today. It's long-winded. I hope you got value from it. With that being said, if you got value from this video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. It helps me reach more people. And don't forget to subscribe. And that's all I got. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.